Okay, so this is going to be the first video in a pretty long series here, and what we're looking at is the Salesforce Trailhead page on Salesforce Certified Administrator uh, exam details, right? So everything on this page is going to give you information about what's going to be on the certification tests. What are some study questions? What are some free resources? What are some trails that you could take? So I'll just step through this page as the first video, and I'll also put this link in the description as well. I'll probably refer to this a lot. Now, as we well, before we get into this, if you haven't been on Trailhead yet, I highly, highly recommend the first thing that you're going to do is go ahead and sign up for Trailhead. So stop everything. Don't buy any more courses. Don't study anymore. Sign up for Trailhead. Create yourself an account, and then start digging through this certification contents, and you can start taking trails. You can start deciding on what type of courses you want to take, what videos you want to watch on YouTube. First things first, sign up for Trailhead. Just a smart thing to do. Now, as we start digging down here into the exam, I'm not going to take the time to read all these different items, right? But what I'll go down to here is just highlight this main portion. So you want to understand kind of what you're getting into, what's the structure of the test. So you can see it's multiple choice. You have 105 minutes. It's a time test. You have a passing score of 65, and there is a cost. So since there's a cost to the test, if you fail, then you're also going to have to pay to retake it. So 200 for the first test, and every time you retake, it's another $100. I think at a certain point too, if you fail like 3 times in a row or something like that, they make you take a certain break. So if money's not a problem, I still don't recommend just taking the test over and over and over again until you pass. It's better to study and then pass so you don't get blocked with the time duration or anything like that. Um, Once we start getting down here, you can see the recommended training references. So these are all going to be free content, free training courses that you can take on Trailhead. Highly recommend doing this. That's going to give you like a high level overview and explain some of the general concepts. It allows you to get hands on with Salesforce. It gives you like a test login. So this is super valuable. You can also see down here that you have your expert led courses by Salesforce that you can sign up for on Trailhead Academy. One thing that's not listed here are sites like Pluralsight or Udemy. You can get onto these sites and pay, anywhere from $10 to $20, $30, and get like a really nice Salesforce admin course. Someone who's really popular on there is you could just Google Mike Wheeler Salesforce, and he's got some really cool paid courses. And the main thing that you're going to find on those courses is organization. None of the content that these guys put together or women put together to run their courses is, I'd say, unique. They might uniquely explain something that might, appeal to you more than the way that Salesforce has their public content. But all of that content that they're putting together is public knowledge, right? You can find that at Salesforce Help. You can find it on Trailhead. You can find it on these courses. What they do is they just put it together in a sequence and kind of run you through the progression. So you're paying, $20 for essentially an organized study booklet of them walking you through the process. This kind of series of videos on YouTube is going to be kind of similar to that, since it's just going to be free. I'll be walking through all of the aspects that are going to be on the admin course. If you go down here a little bit more on the exam outline, kind of gives you details of what is going to be in each section. What are some of the topics? If you expand them, what are the percentages? Code of conduct, that's important. Essentially, don't cheat. Not rocket science. You can read through that when you're going to take the test. And one important thing to know is once you are certified, you're going to have to maintain your certification. So just because you have a certification doesn't mean you have it forever. You're going to have to take the time to go in and take your certification maintenance to make sure you're renewing your cert and keep staying up to date. Salesforce does push out, a handful of updates a year. So it's important to stay caught up with the technology and all the new things that are getting pushed out. So I'll put this link again in the description, and this is just the first video before we kind of jump into some content on how to get Salesforce certified.